Hey guys, welcome back. Illusion here with you again, like always, back for another episode of the DNS Tech Pack. So last episode we worked on RF tools and the quarry world, and had it kind of fun. Had more failures than successes, but that's another story. So after I ended the episode, I ended up having a whole lot of trouble with the dimensions. I actually pegged out my memory usage and I don't know. I just had something bad. So I went through and started messing with RF tools and deleted all the other dimensions. Long story short, I finally got a mining dimension. Now at the end of the episode, I set up one that was running. But if you go back and look at the video very carefully, there is no vanilla ores. No redstone, no gold, no iron, no diamonds. And you guys may have known this, but I sure didn't. Not till many frustration. I mean, you can see like, please work. I have no idea. This sucks. Come on, last try. You can see kind of where my mindset was when screwing with this, and that was all because of this clean dimlet. What it doesn't tell you in this tooltip, which it should, is that it will force vanilla ores not to spawn, and that's something I think should be in the tooltip. Now, if you're doing something like if you're just making a pure diamond world, this is absolutely what you would do, because you make sure you have all diamonds and no vanilla. But for me, making a mining age, using this, screwed myself. And after I finally started Googling it, I finally figured it out. So we finally have a good mining age, and it's running pretty good. It's actually running very well. I made up some blizz powder to bump this up to a tier 3 augment, so it's now bumping out 640 RF tick, and that's going straight to the quarry. So it's just hammering out ores and materials. I did break down and put in a DSU for cobble, because right now it's already got 53,000 cobble, and even with that tier 2 cache, it was only 40,000. So I just broke down and did it. Started adding to the AE2 room a little bit, just to kind of set myself. I need to come back and fix the floor. I was just not in the mood to decorate whenever I played last, yesterday or the day before. And one other important note that I will do before I start on today's episode of what we're going to do is my system, my AE system, relies on a few things for the auto crafting. And what I have right here is interface and a storage bus. And I've done this a few other episodes, a few other series, but this is the key to make this thing work, is you have to tell this to keep silicon in the network at all times for it to be able to export to those subscribers, because otherwise the system will hang up and say that there's no silicon in the network, and you won't be able to process any of these. So right now I have it set to keep 8888 of everything in the network at all times, period, the end, no questions asked. But if you do not have this, the system will come to a complete stop, and you will have to manually come back and request silicon. So that's just my little thing that I wanted to explain, because I feel like people can, well, I feel like a lot of people come watch my A2 videos because, you know, I have a unique way of doing things, but for this system, the way it's set up right now, if you copy that, you'd have to keep silicon in the network at all times. So anyway, moving on. So today, since we got all those ores coming in, we gotta figure out to do something with them. And you can see we got a fair amount of things coming in. All that shiny. Look at all that platinum. I love it. Lots of Enderium. Here we come. So what I'm going to do, we're going to go into Mechanism, and we're going to go into Mechanism 3 times ore processing. So my thought is, let's do 3 times ore processing, because it's relatively not complicated to get into. You just need the oxygen. You don't have, once you get into tier 4, you have to start getting, you know, the what's it called? Brine. What what am I trying to... You guys know what I'm talking about. You have to make this solar evaporation container to get brine, and then turn the brine into, you know, salt or whatever. You know what? Let's just look. Shards. Hydrogen chloride. That's what it is. To get 4 times processing. So I don't think we're gonna get into that. We're just gonna do it 3 times. Now I do want to make a rotary craft, and maybe we'll do rotary craft at 5 times processing for like things like shiny and things that we want the maximum amount of. So that's my kind of my thought process. So I came up here, set up some metallurgy infusers. Okay, that's set up for diamond, enriched alloy. So let's get some factories going. Alright, mechanism. I'm gonna need some buckets of lava. Yes, we're gonna need some buckets of lava. So, enrichment chamber. Yep. Nope. Crusher, that's what we need lava for, right? And we're going to need a purification chamber. What was that? Well, anyway, I'm going to get the machines made up, and we'll come back and get them all organized and set up. I'm trying to remember, it's too early in the morning. I should be recorded this early in the morning because I'm... Whatever. Alright, I'll see you in a minute. Alright, we're back. So I put in the first tier of machines, and we'll just slowly start upgrading them up the line to factories. Come on. You work. Oh, I know why. Duh. Gotta upgrade them to the green factories first. And then we can go red. Cool. And if you're unfamiliar with the factories, each time you put an upgrade in, it gives you more additional processing slots. So this one actually at the red will give you 5, and I believe the blue is 7 or 9. Looks like we're a little bit tight on power. Might have to check that out. One thing I want to do is we're actually out of alloys, and I need enriching. So how are we out of power? How? Tell me how. We are clearly not out of power. Help me understand. Let's not drawing that much power. Come on now. Don't be dramatic. Anywho, got that sorted. I mean, these things can carry 5,000 RF tank. Being dramatic for. Anyway, so we need to make some more of these enriched alloys. So that one's set up for diamond. Oh, well, I guess I don't need all that anymore. So we'll let those process through since we're going to need a few more of them. So I got some separators here, and I threw in some fused quartz so we can get a reservoir, which I will always spell wrong. Always have. Alright, you can. We got a glass? Holy crap, we're out of glass. Well then. So anyway, I'll get that set up for a reservoir, and then I'll make 2 cauldrons. 1, 2. Get that set up, and we'll put down the separators. Separators are going to take the water, separate it to hydrogen, oxygen, and then we'll pump down the oxygen down to here-ish. Or should we do here-ish? Right down on top. Wouldn't be too bad. We could do something like here. We could do something like that. Won't be too bad. Alright, let me continue to work, and I'll bring you back here in just a minute. Alright, I got the reservoir installed. Got these guys processing. Water, turned it into oxygen. Got it dumping the excess hydrogen. I actually dumping all the hydrogen. Pumping everything into a gas tank as a buffer. And remember, the red little button looking thing is the output. So that way, we will always have a buffer of oxygen just in case. Now, I believe we needed, what about, I don't know how many of these we need. Let's just do 16 for now. And this should be full with oxygen, which it is. Fantastic. So we just need to upgrade this to 1 more tier, and then I'll be happy. So while that's working, let's go ahead and start putting our cables to this. So we're doing export bus, probably gonna need some capacity cards. I have the cable, and we're gonna have to spend some time wiring these in. Let's bring your cable. I'm going to try to use this covered cable when it's exposed. Make it just look a little bit more cleaner, factory-ish. Alright, so we'll put those 2 there. That'll open us up 9 slots. And what we're going to do is we're going to come back and set all these up to, we're going to input on the, so that's going to be extra purple. No. I think that's the way it is. And then we're output on to the right. And we're going to auto eject. Yes. So it's just going to pass everything down from left to right. I could probably come back and set all these just to be safe about it. And that. You. And then finally, we could go to the bottom. Let's keep up our style. And this will auto eject, and we'll put an interface right there. So everything will start from the left, work all the way to the right. cable back down here, back into the basement. Alright, let's grab these. Let's see if that's enough. I don't know if it is or not. Alright, factory. Oh, nah, it's not upgrade. So how many of those do we need? So we have 4 machines, so we'll need 8 elite controls. Okay. Okay. Can't type. There it is. What? Oh, but power surge? I don't know. Four. All right. Now we're out of those. I gotcha. And we're out of alloys, right? Yes. So that means I'll need a few more. In fact, let's just do another half stack more, because we'll use them. We'll use them for something else. You go there, and then you will go to here. Nice. So this is still filling up. I forget how big of a buffer this thing used. So cool. Alright, so let's start configuring our ores. Done with that. Done with that. Done with those. Those go back to my pouch. Alright, iron. 10. I wonder if I can use like a fuzzy card, because since we have or should to like an ore dictionary. Maybe that's what we should be doing. Copper. Yeah. Let's see if there's a certain card that does that. No, because it's going to be a different item ID. That's not going to work. Unifier. Really? Alright, well let me get... Well, it's not going to take too long. Silver gears? I think that's the first time I've ever made silver gears. Alright, grab a basic. I'm out of plastic. There we go. Alright, now let's do this again in a different way. In fact, let me get this unifier set up and I'll bring you back to show how it's going to work. So we're going to need 10, actually yeah, let me do this because I got a plan, and it's going to take a few minutes to set up. So I'll be back in just a second. Alright, here's how you set up a unifier. So what I'm going to set all my preferences to be thermal expansion, because that way it's easy in my head to kind of make sure we're all on the same page. And I only have one type of lead, but I thought there's more type of lead coming out. So what I have thermal expansion across the top, and then all the other different types on the bottom. So what I'll do is come here, 2 capacity cards, is tin ore, copper, silver, silver, silver. And you can see it's now starting to switch everything over to thermal expansion 10. Because that was the first one I put in. Alright, now one other thing we can do, because this is crazy. Need some acceleration cards. Really? We're out of... I should have just done one. That's stupid. Should have done like a stack. Alright. There we go. So that should quickly fix up... Oh, it's raining. Quickly fix up our ore issue, and to unify them all to one type of tin. Yeah, you can see the tin going up and the other tin going down. Now you can see copper going up and the other copper going down. And this will also save on our number of items in our storage. Also found some dark iron, so that's cool. We need to process that, so we can get a lamp in here. Okay, looks like it's done. So is there any other changes? Aluminum is there. So there's nickel. We can change nickel to ferrous if we want to. Alright. And there we go. Switched all over to ferrous. Fantastic. Alright, so now we can actually start plugging these in. But I want to process gold first because we're a little bit tight on gold. So let's get that guy going. Now I do not have this hooked up, which is the next thing I need to do. Oh yeah, I did a good job on that, didn't I? Okay. And we'll just run this down. Connect it into our system. If I can find... Well, that worked. That's what basements are for, being ugly. Now this should be working. I did turn off all the sounds on Mekanism machines because they are just so obnoxious. Sword on. Sword on. Now, that's not connected. So we need to fix that. Alright, so you got kind of the gist of it. So let me work on it just a little bit more. I'm going to finish up making up the next tier of machines. I don't know how many more of these we need. Probably that many. Oh, we're on a diamond. Well, there's a problem. Alright, let me fix it up. Alright guys, we're back to wrap up the end of this build. I've got some dark iron processing through because I want to get a wrath lamp, put it up here, light this place up a little bit. But you see everything's pretty much run pretty smoothly. I did finish making the elite. One of those, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 operations at the same time. It does keep all the same configurations there, but looks like we are I'm kind of hammering our buffer a little bit of power. So I'm curious why this is not filling back up. Doesn't make sense to me. We have power coming in. We have 30 million RF stored up out there. So just kind of curious why what happens if I do that? Oh, okay. Well, and this guy's was pulling a fair amount of our power right here. Almost full to that 100 mil buffer, or I'm sorry, 10 mil buffer right there. So that should ease up on our power a little bit. So let's get a, is it magical lamp? That's what it's called now. Oh, we gotta go explode a diamond. That's right. Diamond block. Put you away, put you away. TNT. Oh, from a desert thing. Okay, let's go blow this up. Yeah, looks like we're kind of banging up our power a little bit. It's alright. It'll recover. This looks like a good place. Really? Why you do that? Why you play games? Maybe the water messed it up. I don't know. Stupid spiders. That'll probably be on the agenda for next episode. QED. And I keep saying that, but there we go. 18 diamond shards. It's been a while since I made these. Remember they were buggy as hell. Alright, magical lamp. Lamp. Awesome. Well, I didn't put it exactly where I wanted to put it, but oh, no, yeah. I'm not doing that on camera. But I'll just have to live there for a little bit. Alright, that's it. 3 times word processing going. And I'm just going to come back and set all the ores. But I'm probably going to wait for this thing to fill its buffer. So we can kind of... Yeah, that's better. So we stop hammering our power so hard. Yeah, we're down to 650, 630, something like that. So now I can come back and put our orders up. Alright, you guys have a good one. I'll see you in the next one.